I'm Riley Harvey for VCN, and this is our last ride on RGT. We are riding Stelvio, which is one of the very first roads that if not the first road that RGT released, and a very unfit Riley is going to attempt to ride and chat with some of the people along the way and see where we get to. Be expecting anything stellar performance wise. In fact, I'd be surprised if I make it to the finish tonight. I am exceedingly unfit, but I'm happy to crack on and have some fun and chat with the guys along the way. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes, see where we get to, see how far we get. There's a lot of people in the ride that I know, and hopefully we can just chat with, trying to kill ourselves, because yeah, not in the mood for killing myself at the moment. Yeah, enthusiasm for going really deep on rides is a bit lacking at the minute. Hopefully we'll have a bit of fun. Trying to find the bike cadence sensor there, which seems to have disappeared, but I don't think we're going to stress too much about that. Got 167 riders signed in at the moment. It's going to be a busy old road. Probably mute the mic so that you can't hear me panting all the time. While Levian's joining in, he smashed out an Everesting yesterday and he's back on. Sergio Soldana, also smashing out some miles yesterday. Dave Fish back there. Frank Levian, Darren Ray, Henrik Mard. Loads of well-known riders from the RGT world. That's the earlier slopes dealt with. 186 riders and 150th. Likely to stay around here or go backwards. Just having a chat with Sergio Saldana a few years back when I was trying to be a bit more competitive. Sergio rode some events with me and was well, absolutely smashed me on all the events, but very supportive and rode the events with me, stayed on the finish line, cheering me on till I got to the end, which sometimes was quite a long time. I mean, yeah, great guy. Used to ride 24-hour mountain bike races, and I think he's recently become a bit more competitive in them as well. Handy folks there on the Buffalo bike that we're just catching up to. Another member of Team Lou. Buffalo bike, something we won't see very much of now. Cool, blimey. I didn't think I was quite this unfit. I went over to Belgium a little bit earlier on this year, and RGT was part of the reason I did that, because I wanted to go and see the awesome Paterberg and some of the other couple climbs in real life. And yeah, so RGT has been a big involvement in my life the last 7 years as is virtual cycling, and I think it's influenced a lot of people's holidays. Oh, it's pretty cold in the UK today. I won't say cold, cool, and I threw on some extra layers around the garage, which has no heating. Then, not sure I really need them. Uncle Levian joking in the chat there. Thanks, training feedback. He's done 3 Everestings this month. Smashing that because he wanted to do them before RGT was closed. And yesterday, he didn't just do 8,848 meters on 112. He felt good, so he carried on going and smashed out 10,000 meters. Just checking in with Matthias Fishback on the text chat. Matthias, big follower of the VCN channel, and always give us a shout, sent messages in, sent details in about events and things. Great to see him back on the platform again. Well, not that he's been off the platform, but great to see him. And Chris Bankers and David Brookhusen, they're on here tonight as well. Not me. Oh. No big riders in an event that I was part of. Thursday night PRT handicap rides. Dan Connolly. Constantly banging out Tuesday night rides in American time zones. Paul Macareth used to run a big ride, a herd, around lunchtimes. Nice easy paced one. Tim Sinclair in the chat, one of the moderators. Paul Nichols. Creator of loads of magic roads. He has his own Facebook page called Paul Nichols Magic Roads. Hopefully, at some point, those GPXs will be useful again. Spent a lot of time creating that Facebook page and making sure that his GPX are really well organised and done. Okay, back to panting. Little Deegan's on here as well somewhere. Another regular rider from the handicap ride. Fast boy out in front. I'm slightly concerned now. 16 minutes in. I've set a score of 44. I think that might be pushing it a bit. Perhaps have to ease back a little bit, but I feel like I'm enjoying it at the moment. I'm trying to see if I can change the camera angle a bit in between panting. Get a bit more. Some blank flags and things. This ride been put on by OTR Virtual Events, and the guy streaming it is, well, obviously there's me, but the other guy that's streaming it is Damon Bates, ZMS live stream. And if you want something with a bit more multi-camera stuff and not so much panting, then this is probably the stream to watch. I don't think he's riding it, I think he's just doing the stream. Alright, so let's see if we can change the camera to get a bit more of the view, because that's what we're all here for. And I'm going to breathe a bit more for a few minutes at least. Dan Connolly bidding his early goodbyes. I think he's got his last event that he's organised tonight, the Tuesday nighter, which I think is just going to sneak in before server cut-off time. Well, RGT didn't want me to pass Jason and was constantly auto-braking me as I bumped into the back of his bike. It's now faded now. DSS 60 at 23 minutes. And we're at more blank flags. I don't know if that's a flaw or... So he's back a little bit. 147th position. But I'm pretty sure that's because people have dropped out, not because I passed them. Had a few early leavers who just dropped in to say hello. We've got Damon just in on the chat. Stelvio making regular jokes about cake. But the reason I broke back into talk was there's a rider that's just behind me. A couple of places I waved him as he was by the side of me. Tony Brake. And he's part of Team Lou. And he's been really influential with the ride, with the team, organising group rides all the time. And just being really active, making sure they're organised, making sure they're publicised, shared with the team. Yeah, generally a great guy. We're coming up on an overhead banner here, and this signifies the start of the segment on this ride. See the segment leaderboard on the right side. You won't be surprised that my name isn't on there. Christophe Contant, top with Igor Cops, James Melville, Rocky Roy Neal, just a few names that I recognised on the way through there. Some very accomplished riders. As we hit hairpin number 30. Oh, Rob Stone's in the chat. I don't know where he is on the right. Rob's an amazing guy. So, he would have been shortly due to do a 24-hour ride, which he always ties in with a long weekend. And usually at the winter solstice. But RGT's closing has marred those plans. So he has done a 12-hour ride about 2 weeks ago now on Borrego Springs. Huge distances. Had some real problems on that ride though with wet attacking his feet and getting some blisters. So unlike me, who probably would have just said, "Oh, that's enough, better jump off," he decided that no, carry on going, and the way he did that was to put more pressure through his feet, stop the blisters being able to swell up. Crazy, but dedicated. I'm just coming up towards Van der Laan there. I don't know what that was. Van der Laan. No idea how you pronounce most people's names. But 81.9 on the total suffer score now. I'm gonna turn the mic off again and concentrate on riding. Oh, it's a great one as well. Falk commented that he was the guy who did 3 Everestings in the last month on RGT. I think he's done 11 total. He's done at least 1 IRL on quite an awkward climb. And they released some stats. Nick Greenhouse, king of the spreadsheets, rides for Rassia Racing, organised the Friday Frenzy race series, and he got a load of stats together. And Falk, if I remember rightly, was the highest climbing. I think he'd got like 500,000 metres of elevation. Super smashed it. John, by the way, is out there somewhere in Stelvio land. John created the RGT user group and was moderator for a while. I was lucky enough to be asked to be a moderator in there for a bit, and John's an all-round great guy. Yeah, oversaw the RGT Facebook group, left it to the moderators and took a bit of a step back to put more time into RGT, and we've been a fantastic link for many years in the RGT community, and RGT themselves are always on hand to help sort out when there's technical problems with the program, and to make sure that your ride ran smoothly. You're just an all-round standout guy, somebody who could be contacted more or less 24/7, a lot of time and effort into the community, and really deserves huge kudos. So I'm sure there'll be something going out on Facebook, but give a shout out to John, by the way, because he really deserves it, and hopefully does well in whatever future ventures he takes part in. He really deserves it. I'm going to turn the mic off again for a minute, and I'm going to try and throw some chain oil on this chain. With this end a little bit creaky, I'm sure that's coming through really well on the microphone as well. Truth. Catch you all in a little bit. Your ego cops are looking like he's raced to the top, absolutely smashed it. And I just caught up with Tim Sinclair, and Anthony Folks is starting with us as well. Sorry about that. Michael Franks up in front there. Where's Michael Franks? Tony Breaks, just a few riders back. Seeing John, by the way, in the chat. I think he's planning on waiting at the last hairpin. Be the last rider over and close out the road in ceremonious fashion. 48 minutes in, and total suffer score is come a bit more in line now. It's at 106.9. Let's just say 107, hey? Jonesy's been in touch on the stream. I don't think I brought enough water with me either now. So, I was just going in the chat there. One of the things that made RGT stand out was the ability to have jerseys in the game. So, see, I'm wearing our Team Lou jersey, and Tim was wearing a RGT Founders jersey, which for a limited period was available IRL. Team Lou's available in real life. If you go on the Team Lou Facebook group, you can order yourself one. I'm wearing my bib shorts right now. Tops come off. So, good job I'm not on webcam. And we've seen some of the other riders' jerseys as we've gone round. There's a Thunderbirds jersey up in front, which, annoyingly at this moment in time, I can't remember which clothing company added it. It was for a good reason. I thought, I seem to remember it's something to be doing with testicular cancer, but I'm not sure I'm going to get close enough to the rider to find out. So, you're just coming up on the Rebek there. I think they too are wearing one of the original RGT jerseys. Ah, Tim Sinclair has managed to switch his jersey mid-ride, which was a bug that I thought they'd cleared out, but I guess it doesn't matter so much now. Doesn't matter so much. It did matter in racing when you were on a multi-lap course and were tracking somebody by their jersey. Yeah, I'm regretting somewhat eating the sweet chili crisps, huge bag of dinner and afternoon snack. Not that you wanted to know that, but it's one of the major things on my mind at the moment. James Melville in the chat there. He's a fantastic rider, and a lot of the competitions that occurred on the VCN channel. Crit races, always up near the pointy end of things. Yeah, no, leave you in peace away from the panting and go back to just riding for a bit and see the road open out in front of us and see all those switchbacks. It just gives you some idea of what you've got to accomplish on the next 6 kilometers of riding. And I think I've got about 800 meters more of riding. So the last time I remember riding this properly was a number of years ago when John, by the way, organised a test event to work out some of the better ways of improving the ride dynamics. That was one of the things that made RGT quite individual. Being a server-side program, you can tweak a lot of things without really affecting the gameplay too much, and you can do it quite quickly, separately, kind of thing. So I rode it and pretty much raced it, and I think at that time I finished it at 1 hour 15 minutes. I was probably getting close to 10 kilograms lighter than I am now, and I'm also quite a bit fitter, but I've got 4.5k left to go. I don't think I could do that in 13 minutes. We are looking around seeing some of the same riders, so I might do in a minute just ease off and run up to the finish line and see some of the riders going across the line. Stelvio invites a few riders, and Sergio Saldana's up near the end. So I'm going to ease off, because if I don't, I'll never make it to the finish line. Melting of the air, flow. And old Tony Brake's coming past me there now. I'm an RGT crew together. They're probably a little bit fitter than me. They've been riding pretty regularly. I tend to do things in a bit fits and starts, which is not great for cycling. Even if you're only doing a little bit each week, it's really worth just getting on and spinning the legs a little bit. We're at position 139, but well, we're down to 110 riders, so I think that's because as they're crossing the finish line, they're being knocked off the list. So 139 times 110. Not sure the maths add up there. That's the end. As the riders all stacked up. Oh, that's isn't very pretty, but you can see there. Jay Short, Keith Pedersen with 50 kilometres left to go. And it's Robinson and Strawn just behind. And that's some decent wattage. Not sure why all flags are blank. The rest of the branding looks really good, but black being blank looks a bit weird. We got, this is Chris Bankrus coming up now on the finish line. And Al Cuthbertson weaving across the road. And he's being followed by David Brookhusen and Chris Bankrus often ride together and usually have big battles at the end of the races. There we got going on. Medina and Rob Gill flying up there. Rob Gill is a great guy. Medina coming across the line there. And Walters a little bit further back. Rob Gill, great guy. He ran the Mountain Goat series on Wednesday evenings for as long as I can remember. All based around famous climbs, mostly on magic roads. And just a great guy who loved just getting people on a ride. It was a little bit of competition, but again, another ride with great community in there. Drop back to him again. Really feeling it in the legs now. It reminds me that I should ride more frequently. I don't think I touched the bike for 3 weeks. I had a bad experience with a bike saddle when I was in Belgium, and one of those times when you really wish you'd just either taken your own bike or at least taken the saddle. McGinn there, coming up with 4.1 watts per kilogram. Jan Decker, I think he's already over the finish line, he's in the chat. Blanchard, wearing a cube top there. And you just drop back to Taylor's Fishback. Taylor's here. Rode a lot on RGT, and as I say, it's a big contributor to the VCN channel. Watched a lot of the streams, commented on them, and not only commented on the streams and watching them, but made a bit of effort to send over information to us about different events that are going on and different things that are happening in the virtual world. Big shout out to Mateus Fishback, and just an all around nice guy as well. Good chatting to him. He comes across the line in 1 hour and 8 minutes. Riding the Wahoo mountain bike there. Big waves. Oh, the Kutunen. Then you got Hammersley. Just there. Oh, there's that Thunderbird's top that I was talking about earlier on. And we've got Poulsen. Sergio Solana's in the chat there. Sergio, here's the Giro. I rode the virtual Giro, which was done by part of the cycling podcast, and I rode every event in that, and rode many of them with Sergio Solana. I would say absolutely slogged me up the climbs, and many of them with Rob Stone as well, who's another fantastic rider. Not just a good rider, but good people that hang around and give you support and chat to you when you're suffering and get you over the finish line. But Sergio really beasted me on those rides. It was one of those rides where I was riding a wheel-on turbo trainer and I blew the tyre up and had to jump off the bike and get a new tyre and get the wheel back on the bike before I hit the cut-off time, because I really wanted to complete every ride. I think it was a multi-roller that I was riding. I didn't want to be doing that again from the base. Ruben Klein. Lightfoot. Having a little weave across the road there. Rasmussen is coming up there, so I think. Rasmussen there, looking like they're wearing the E-Cycle Club Denmark jersey. ECKD used to ride a lot on Be Cool, and they created a league on RGT. I'm not sure what's going to happen to our league now, but they brought over a lot of really strong riders with them. Buson crossing the line. Nick Greenhouse here with Van Beers, Alex Plager. Nick Greenhouse deserves a big shout out. Nick Greenhouse has been very busy organising rides on RGT for Ratio Rating, but he was very important in the VCN team time trial as well, organising the spreadsheets and automating the results. Alex Plager, big on the Discord, and influential RGT DB. And Van Bear's just an all-round good rider. Will Deegan, who I mentioned earlier on. Pardon me. Dickerson coming to the line there. I've not seen Dave Morrison in this ride. Dave Morrison of West London Racing. Lee Walker, there's one wearing a West London jersey there. Big waves towards the line. Drifting back a bit, we've got Ordek wearing the No to War jersey that RGT introduced very quickly after the start of the Ukraine war, making their stance clear on that matter. Vanguard. There's John B. John, by the way, who's stationary at the moment. He did say he was going to wait until the last rider had crossed the line to ceremoniously close out the server. They're going to be waiting a while for me. Poor guy. We'll be getting cool. Lori. And Simonson following. There's Adam looking up to the sleeping figure of John, by the way, there. Lavoisier. Hayes. I'm just gradually drifting back to my own avatar now. Hoping I get back there at some point. No idea how to pronounce that name. I'm going to go with Nietzsche. Broadman. Broadman now wearing the Friday Crits Club. They're a team from Zwift who come over and started riding on RGT. IK. Messer wearing the Team 3R there. Not seen Tim Cook, but I'm not sure where everyone is in the world. Tim Cook is one of the organisers of Team 3R. Fantastically friendly fella. Always interested in working with the other teams to get a team out on the road, a mixed club team, anything just to get the riders out there riding. And here's Rob Miller, the other guy who's really active with Team 3R. Good team if you're looking for a team to ride for. There's Anderson, RGT Sweden. Street wearing for OTR. Again, another big club. We've seen didn't catch James Ogilvy, who's active in the chat, but he's been on the road somewhere. He's a bit of a faster rider than me, so he's probably finished quite a long while ago. And we come past James. Hanson. Now with Poplin. Grantham. There's Tony Simons just taking a pause on the side of the road there, waiting for some riders. Been passed by Fernando. Tony Simons was on the road yesterday with Falk Levian for a long time. Rob Gilmore going past there. Yeah, he was riding with Falk, giving lots of support. Oh, it's Barry Wilson. Sorry, let's jump forward to Barry Wilson there. Barry, I can't remember how old he is, but he's knocking on the years. And he smashes out the miles. Great rider. Used to come across him many times in the PRT handicap race. Handicap racing where everyone adjusted their weight to give them a weight benefit or weight penalty, so it evened out how the riders performed against each other, and meant as well that you had to use the terrain a bit more kind of thing than the just put all that power, because you needed to use your weight advantage or disadvantage and weigh it up on where the climbs were. Ran by Will Usher, who I don't think is in this race tonight. But Will runs PRT, it's a cycle coaching club. There's Pete Torm, who I think is Paul Higginbottom, who runs Torm Cycle Clothing. Check them out on the internet. They do stuff with next merino wool, more understated jerseys, some really nice stuff. They got a good Facebook page. Simon Miller's going up on the left hand side there. No, it's Chris Shackleton, isn't it? No, Chris Denson. Yeah, so anyway, sorry, Torm Cycle Clothing, Facebook page, and they've got their own website. Really good stuff, really nice, understated but good quality. Chris Shackleton, Team Blue member, I'm lucky enough to have met in real life. Been out for a few rides together. Katie Lett came over from America. Simon Miller there. From Southborough District Wheelers, I think. Asterix. People training. What's the name that I don't recognise going on the road as well? Anyway, back to Tony's Island. Good talks. The OTR riders stacking up for a big finish. Biemt, Soderberg, Heath H, Murray. Got Locke riding that Hube jersey again. Ooh. Allard. Caro. Sorensen. Well, James McGilvey, I gave him a shout out earlier on. I thought he was further up the road. Well, he's been slowing down to catch up with the OTR riders. Oh, not catch up, allow the OTR riders to catch up with him. They're going to go for one big finish together as Lavelle and Pasco past Ian Hurst. Ian Hurst there, another one of the senior riders, used to regularly ride in the PRT handicap races and just generally rides all over the place. Great enthusiastic rider again, another person who's just happy to ride. Likes a bit of competition but doesn't get too dragged into it. There's Ollie. Ollie who's ran a ride on RGT for many years for Herd. Friday evenings, steady pace ride. I'm not sure which platform he's taking that ride to, but I'm sure he'll be carrying it on somewhere. I think he might be on My Roosh. Darren Ray, Team Blue rider. Again, another rider who used to take part in the PRT handicap races. It's a really chatty, friendly rider as we get passed by Marchie there. Can we go back? Dekov, Dvorak, Dave Hayes. Active on the Team Blue Facebook group, out there riding all the time. Sutton, Summers, Adam Morgan. Adam Morgan is my unofficial target. Whenever we're out on an event together, I always used to see Adam. I think, oh, if I finish around him, I've done okay. We used to be kind of neck and neck-ish, but Adam carried on riding, whereas I went a little bit to and fro, kept on jumping on the bike, getting fit, and then jumping off and doing other things, and losing the fitness. Yeah, Adam has been a bit more of a steadier rider than me. He's carried on going, and that's told by the fact that he's much closer to the finish than I am. There's Jeff. Still there. And he's riding the Above and Beyond Canter jersey, another jersey that's made it into the game for a charity, for a good cause. Now I got Smits from Team Lou and Van der Laan. Schillebeer. We're back to Schillebeer again. Jason. Ronnie Brake. Tim Sinclair. Andy Folks. And Franks. Backer. Blackmore. More OTI riders here. Big group of them on the road. Tang. Back to me. 2.58k riding, and I am going to take a breather and a drink and let you guys just watch the riding for a bit. So, got just under 2k to go. James Ogilvy and the OTR crew have quite literally stopped, and I still not caught them up. Teammates Andy Folks, Tim Sinclair, they're a little bit further down the road. And we got Mary Nicol is 160 meters behind. There's another Team Lou teammate. And I got in an SC Sports Studio Cambot behind his 146 position. I'm not sure what it quite means if you get overtaken by Cambot, whether that's the equivalent of the broom wagon. ZMS Esports Studio just commenting, if anyone does stop, make sure you keep a little bit of power on every 15-20 minutes to make sure that your avatar doesn't get kicked out of the race. Mary Nicole managed to avoid COVID all week. Jimmy Stewart's partner. Get this ride in. I was gutted at the weekend. Member of Team Lou, being big Team Lou rider in the weekend rides that Lou Ricks puts on Saturdays and Sundays at 3, which are moving to Indy Velo if anyone's interested in joining those rides. Great mix of group riding and racing on those. That's 3 p.m. UK time on Indy Velo. Team Lou rides. If you want to race, there's usually a group that goes off at the front, full pelt, straight from the whistle, the bang, the gun, and then behind that, there's just groups that form naturally on the road using the drafting, and there's usually a team lead rider who ends up in each one of those groups and just helps to keep everyone together as you get around the course. So 3 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, but now it's cut out because Lou organises them on US time, and I plan to ride it as one of my last rides. Didn't realise with the time difference that the clocks change differently in the UK and the US, that this weekend's ride and I think next weekend's rides are at 2 p.m. instead of the usual 3 because of the time difference, and missed it. I was gutted, but we'll be riding with Lou, one of the teammates on here tonight as well. In fact, I think Lou was planning to be on here, but I've not seen his name. Oh, right, another time for a pause now in the chat. Well, 31 live riders left on the course. Most of those are OTR riders who stopped to wait for their teammates, and a few of those cambots behind us on the road. See Chris Shackleton's finishing now, coming up on the Flamme Rouge, bright pink 1 kilometre marker. Oh, I am absolutely melting. This is the longest I've rode for some time now. Wow. A number of weeks, not some time. I'm just looking for excuses, complaining. $1K to go. Woohoo! Don't know how many hairpins that is left. G theme there at the front on the OTR riders, thank you. Go on, you need to start pedaling again. So, I'm gonna turn off for a minute. Well, I guess this is some motivation, having the camera on yourself. It feels a bit awkward stopping. Really did think about jumping off for a minute then. And just have a few moments standing, stretch the legs out. Hey, Darren Reagan's in the shout on the chat. Thanks, Darren. Let's say Darren, massively friendly rider. He's based down in the Isle of Wight and took place in virtually all of the PRT handicap races, and just great competitor, really friendly guy. Just got out there and raced and have fun with it. Competitive, but not overly so. Competitive to a fun level, I guess, as we're coming up on another hairpin now. For those who aren't too familiar with RGT, gradients in the top right corner, going up past 9% at the moment. Power, top left hand corner, going up at 192. Yeah, not quite 200 as we're around that hairpin at 10%. Hairpins get a bit more frequent towards the end of the Stelvio, and the jump ups get a little bit more vigorous. Chris Shacks giving us a shout as well. I'm just gonna message everyone in the chat. We've got 360 meters remaining. Not sure what the 125 on the side of the road signifies that. Beautiful view. Switchbacks down the mountain. Switchbacks in front of us. Everyone giving big shout out to John, which he thoroughly deserves. And I think we're going to see his ghost avatar on the road in a second. And 250 meters remaining. Can we manage to sprint for the last bit? Are you prepared to hear panting? Oh, wrong one. Getting the wave ready for John, by the way, as we go past. Last hairpin, number 1. Look at that view down the valley. Oh, fantastic. There's John, by the way, his avatar. Ghosted out to the side there. RGT, hashtag go beyond the team. There we are, John. Big kudos to you. Now, stand up on the pedals. Feel I can squeeze out for the last 100 meters. I don't think it's going to be very much. I'm not even sure I can stand up at this moment in time. This is not good. My former self would be taking his fist at me now. I hear those gears crunching. The tendons snapping. Oh, 390 watts. Immense effort. Come on, finish line. You can't get it quick enough. 25 meters. Oh, go on, bet it. Come on. Oh, oh. Here it is. Well, that was slightly painful at the end. 148. Well, this has been great fun on RGT, and a really fitting way to see the race out, the ride, the platform out. I think one of the biggest attended events on RGT in all of its time. Just goes to say something for John, by the way, and the amount of influence he's had on this group of people. Let's see if we can spin the camera around and catch any of the other guys coming across the line. I think I'm stuck because I've crossed the finish line now. I think my bot's stuck where he is. Right. Just gonna say big thanks to John. Thanks to all the community for attending events. And thanks to all the organisers. For putting them on. Up. See the ghost disappearing off Stelvio in front of us, and it's pretty much time for me to do that as well. It's been great fun riding with all you and streaming these events, and to see you
on some of the other platforms. Enjoy yourself and keep riding out there.